Right, okay, so managed to get those robots over at Grey Garden on board, so that's a bit of an improvement. I mean, I've got a caravan, or a provisioner if you will, running down from Starlight Drive-In, so that should start improving things. And I've asked Supervisor White to start expanding the settlement. They're going to attract more settlers across. Should be better defend itself, provide more resources as well. I mean, they were probably coping fine before, but it'd certainly do better. Had plenty of land there, plenty of resources to use. And the next thing really is Overland Station over here, and they're saying they're having problems with some mutants, but I mean, I'm not seeing any sign of them. It's really odd. I guess the only way to find out is to go inside. So, well, here goes. Ah, yeah, it's got hallmarks of mutants. Ooh, truth. That is sick. That is seriously twisted. Is it just me, or is this place really quiet? This is like really weird. I don't like this at all. It's too quiet. Yes, way too quiet. Let's try upstairs. Keep your eye out for traps, tripwires, mines, who knows what. I don't get this. It's just
here. Usually means something's about to go very wrong.
well, that's what I was saying. It's just eerily quiet. It just doesn't make sense. Not for mutants anyway. Got themselves a warning up there. A set of chimes. I don't get it. I don't like it either. Hello. There's a super mutant down there.
Bad vibes from this place. We shouldn't be here.
There's a super mutant there, and it's got its eyes covered up. It's very quiet.
I hear you, rat! Go away!
Oh, come on. Should be better than this. Doesn't really matter, I'm just back to where I was before.
Not yours, thief!
It's unusual to see him. That super mutant with its eyes covered over.
This is a pleasant change. I can hear myself thinking here.
Yeah, I'm not overly keen on that. I mean, a super mutant to me is still a super mutant. Makes me wonder where the rest are. Seems a bit weird, there's only one. mean, they were saying there were super mutants coming out. It's like raiding the place, so they were just hiding. Wreck the place, so I don't think that's the only one there. Let's see if I can break into this, find anything interesting. Yeah, I forgot all about that. I was supposed to be giving a speech. Well, that's what Nora was talking to us about when I was getting ready that day. I was supposed to be going to a veterans do. Wow. Yeah. Turrets. Let's turn this turret on. Don't know where it is, but if there's super mutants here, it might help. Of course, if it's in this room, I'm stuffed. Okay, yeah.
I was just starting to have fun.
That was a dumb thing to do, wasn't it? I can't believe I did that. I thought it was outside. I thought it would help us against the super mutants. Some more rooms. Yeah. Part of me wants to try and sneak past that.
We should get the heck out of here.
I know what you.
Now would be good.
I know what you mean, mate. But the trouble is, we've got to clear this place out. We've got people to deal with. We've got to help the people of Wasteland Station. That's what we are for. That's what the Minutemen do. I wonder if they're outside. Let me try something. Right, come on. I'm gonna mine this place. Because I do expect company. Just in case anyone tries to come in through here. Let's see if I can do anything from the balcony. If I put some mines in, it might help. Can't believe that thing's the only one here. Right. Come on, you two. Whoa, where's it gone? Where has it gone?
I'm feeling eyes on my back.
Out there, somewhere.
Get out.
You hit like a rad rope. Scream! Ah! Face me, you coward!
You're
Oh,
messing with the best.
Here it comes!
you okay, dog meat?
Get off!
Must have set off.
Better check dog meat. He's in bad shape.
Where is he?
Picked the wrong day to piss me
Good
off.
fight, human! You'll die well!
McCready! Could have done with a bit of help there, mate.
This shouldn't take long.
Just saying. There you go, Dogmeat. Are they upstairs? Are they downstairs? Where are they? Get him, Dogmeat!
That's how we do things around here.
Oh!
Got a light on that fancy wristwatch?
Oh. Ah, there's a couple of guns and bullets here. Oh, it's the truth. They must have been hiding outside. I get the impression that was a trap. Well played. Well played. Well, at least we've sorted them out anyway.
Either I'm blacking out or it's dark as hell in here.
It's dark. It's definitely dark. Where are you? Here, can you carry these for me?
Need something?
Wow, you took your left
Oh,
arm
you
off.
shouldn't have.
Yep. I think I've got a few guns you can carry for me. Ah, suppressed 10mm. Right, I'm going to clear this place out. I think while I do that, I want to have a listen to this. See if we can find anything more from that codex, because that was interesting.
A glowing one is a special type of ghoul which absorbed enough radiation to start, well, glowing. Easily distinguished from their brethren. They're heavily irradiated and can even heal other ghouls by releasing the radiation within their bodies. Glowing ones were part of ghoul society for decades. A number of them managed to retain sentience and humanity despite their irradiation. Particularly in New California. The glowing population of Necropolis and later Gecko participated in ghoul society. Whether they were gangsters controlling Vault 12 or technicians maintaining Poseidon Oil Reactor number 5. Sadly, as we near the end of the 23rd century.
Need it. I think you're making a huge mistake, but hey, it's your funeral. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Yeah, I wasn't really planning to send you anyway, to be honest.
There you are. I can't see a thing in here.
Come on.
Finally came to your senses, huh?
Yeah, I actually wanted to trade with you, to be honest.
What's up? Time to split up the loot?
Well, not really. I mean, I pay you to do a job. So there wasn't really any plans to sort of like... wasn't really any plans to split the loot at all, to be honest. Can you carry some of these, Dogmeat? Just trying to see what else there is that I've got. What happened to you, mate? You used to be able to carry quite a lot more than this, I'm sure. I'm really puzzled. Right, so there are about 3 different ghouls that we've got to deal with. Oh, here we go, super mutants.
There's many different types of super mutants roaming the Wasteland, and while their mutations may vary, they all have one thing in common. a forced evolutionary virus. From what I gather, these super mutants in the Commonwealth are a distinct new breed. They have the same imposing musculature of the semi-feral brutes encountered in the capital Wasteland, but a far higher level of intelligence. On par even with some of the Mariposa mutants I met out west. They seem to be organized into distinct war bands led by the strongest and most intelligent mutants, laying claim to various strategic locations across the Wasteland. Their social structure is interesting in that they have little concept of personal property. And for all their hostility and ferocity towards humans, super mutants emphasize sharing and helping their own kind in need. Selfishness and greed are frowned upon, though only towards members of their own tribe. Humans are a fair game. In fact, shying away from fighting and robbing humans is a sign of weakness and disrespect. Fascinating creatures, all things considered. If only these super mutants weren't so intent on killing us.
That's interesting. Right, so I think there was something there about synths, wasn't there? Yeah. Synths.
The synth is the Institute's most iconic creation, and for good reason. They're efficient, ruthlessly utilitarian machines. Elegant and beautiful in their pragmatism, unlike the crude, lumbering robots built before the Great War. The first-generation synth is the oldest and most primitive design, yet still a cut above most pre-war robots. A human-like skeleton acts as the base chassis, with a rechargeable power cell and other requisite mechanisms mounted in the chest. Limbs are articulated by tensile fibers, much like primitive prosthetics of the old world, while the reinforced skull holds the primary visual receptors and processing units. Simple and efficient. The synth requires a fraction of the materials necessary to construct a pre-war robot and can be readily reprogrammed and updated. However, dissecting one shows that there are limits to what it can do, as they lack the necessary processing power to interpret commands in a non-literal fashion. Still, they are a powerful asset for the Institute.
Okay, so we've seen some of them. They look kind of like just like a skeleton of, I think.
The second-generation synth is an evolution of the first-generation model, with a host of mechanical and software upgrades. The most striking of these is a thick artificial skin supported by an underlying wire mesh. It covers the synth from head to toe, at least in theory, and shields internal mechanisms from the environment, shrapnel, and gunfire. The most important improvement is that it allows second gens to wear human gear, greatly improving their survivability and performance in the field. The Institute uses them on the surface for a variety of purposes, typically procuring resources. Swarms of second-generation synthetics have been known to attack and tear down entire settlements to acquire raw materials, as well as assisting coursers in recovering third-generation synths and slapping down the railroad whenever it surfaces. Many of these units operate on the surface for years and remain in a state of advanced disrepair, some even missing entire portions of their skin. Still, the fact that they remain functional is a testament to the Institute's engineering ability.
So that sounds like something kind of similar to what Nick Valentine is then. It's the Gen
Mars was
3.
not the first civilization to dream up the idea of androids so lifelike they could mimic the complexity of humans. In Renaissance Italy, Leonardo da Vinci sketched plans for a mechanical knight in shining armor. And even earlier than that, 400 years before Christ,
Wait a minute.
the Greeks spun tall tales about Talos, a giant forge from bronze by Hephaestus, the god of technology. Indeed, the Institute wasn't the first to dabble in such ideas, but they're certainly the first to succeed on such a scale. The third-generation synth is the single most advanced creation the Institute has produced. The combination of 5 decades of research into the forced evolutionary virus by way of their super mutants, and the genetic code of a healthy pre-war human baby, completely organic, indistinguishable from humans, and with a mind that blurs the line between robots and man. Just what the doctor ordered, assembled on time, every time. They follow the human pattern, have analogs of all the human components, and can be readily tailored to mimic the appearance of any person in the Wasteland. Unlike humans, they require next to no sleep, water, or nutrient intake, and have immunity to disease and health disorders. All of their components can also be readily upgraded over time, increasing their longevity. The most stunning and dangerous ability of synths is their reprogrammability, as a synth's brain and mind are somewhere between that of a robot and a human. They can accept a variety of software and even copies of other humans. Coupled with the ability to modify a synth's appearance, right down to the placement of moles on their posteriors, each can be made into a devastatingly effective infiltrator. You can be snatched by an Institute strike team and replaced with a copy of yourself overnight, and nobody would be any wiser. This is what the Commonwealth fears most, disappearing in the dead of night, replaced by an imposter you cannot identify or expose. Imagine what would happen if the Institute decided to replace the head of an influential settlement. The damage they could do is unspeakable.
Oh, struth. It's kind of worrying, that. See what else. See if there's anything particularly interesting in here to pick up on. Oh, here we go. The Brotherhood of Steel.
A wise man once said, "Who are you who do not know your history?" The Brotherhood of Steel was born shortly before the Great War. It was born of mutiny and desertion by a security team that discovered the kind of atrocities perpetuated by the science staff. Under their protection, in the name of America and victory against China, the mutiny culminated in the bloody deaths of the science staff, the loss of the unit's commanding officer, and a declaration of desertion on the eve of the Great War. Once the nuclear holocaust ran its course, the mutineers of Mariposa evacuated the base together with their families, following the leadership of Captain Roger Maxson. Settling into the Lost Hills government bunker, the soldiers formed the Brotherhood in an attempt to protect the knowledge and technological legacy of mankind, while trying to control technology so that it couldn't endanger humanity again. We tried to uphold that as best we could, but the isolation resulting from the chaos of the early years did not help. It took the death of our second High Elder Maxson for the Lost Hills chapter to exterminate the Viper Raiders, leaving a path of destruction across New California and opening trade with the hub. Then came the conflict with the Unity, a nascent super mutant empire in 2162 that led to the apex of the Brotherhood's power as it became a major R&D house, protecting frontier communities from the mutants. What followed was a long night of overconfidence, arrogance, and stagnation. Our confrontation with the Enclave revealed that the Brotherhood had lagged behind, followed by the disastrous war with the New California Republic that lasted the past 3 decades. It has enabled us to survive as a small apostate chapter 2,500 miles away from Lost Hills, where an elder attempted to take a different route, compromised by our innate instinct to destroy problems rather than build solutions to them. But a chance encounter with the Enclave, a purifier, and the heir to the legacy of the Founders saved his chapter, and possibly the entire Brotherhood to this day.
It's interesting that. When they talk about this FEV virus for the super mutants, I think it was, and there's a... Sounds like the Brotherhood of Steel was pre-war when they started. I'm gonna head over. I'm heading over to this vault because there's some beds over here. It's only 2 in the morning. I don't want to be waking those people up. So I think what we'll do is just crash out over here, get some sleep over here, and then we'll go back to Wasteland Station and tell them about those mutants. I'm still puzzled like that there was a blind one. I got the impression that they don't like weakness. Seems very odd. Right, dibs on this bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay guys, hope you slept well. I'm gonna head over to Wasteland Station then. I'll give them the good news, and with a better luck they'll get on board and join with the Minutemen. Well, don't have much left on this power core, and there's only part of one spare. See if there's any more interesting on this codex here. Yeah, Children of Atom.
One of the largest religious followings on the eastern seaboard, the Children of Atom originated in the town of Megaton, or rather, the crater housing it. Somewhere in the early 23rd century, a group of Wastelanders discovered an unexploded nuclear bomb at its bottom and started to worship it, and its radiation as divine. The Children of Atom, as they called themselves, were instrumental in building the town as long as their bomb remained in place. And soon the town became the nucleus of the fledgling faith. The ranks steadily expanded, and by roughly 2270, the children expanded northwards into the Commonwealth and Maine, founding missions at the Crater of Atom in the Glowing Sea and Mount Desert Island. Their coexistence with the locals proved difficult, particularly on the island plagued by radioactive fog since the Great War. Initial tolerance turned to hostility as the fog waxed, and soon the children were forced out of the remaining human settlements in the mid-70s into the surrounding wasteland. This proved to be a blessing in disguise, as the itinerant children found a derelict submarine pan with an ancient nuclear submarine moored within. Certain it was a sign from Atom, they founded the Nucleus, a new center of atomic faith. Unfortunately, this did nothing to ease tensions with the people of Far Harbor, subjected to the ever-encroaching fog. The religion of the children is a fascinating thing. What we call nuclear fission, the children call the division, a wholly active creation. Every atom split in the process, from nuclear engines to nukes, gives birth to a new universe. Radiation is considered a transformative force, changing what exists into new and wondrous forms, and a manifestation of Atom's power. Of course, this also means that the children will zealously defend any irradiated zones and nuclear material stockpiles with religious fervor, while more militant sects will aggressively spread radiation and nuclear material.
Wow.
All depends on the doctrine and its interpretation by confessors and mothers, the spiritual leaders of the various missions, and enforced at gunpoint by zealots, if need be.
I must have met one then, because as far as I'm aware, this codex, well, the Pip-Boy, it picks up on what you find, and then plays back information on what you find. Anyway, let's break the good news. Good news, good news. We managed to find these super mutants. Now they're gone.
I guess you were the right person for the job, huh? Thanks, friend. By the way, we've decided to support the Minutemen. We've got to help each other out if we want things to get better.
Yep, that's the best strategy. I mean, we're aiming to expand as much as we can. The more people we've got at each settlement, the safer each settlement will be. Yeah, what's that flag flying over there? There's a flag flying over there. What is that? A pumping station or something? Actually, it looks like a comms tower. Huh. Is there anything useful down here? A terminal. Let's have a look. Ooh. Looks like this must have been disabled at some point. Okay. Picked up some signals. What's Postal works, distress signal, 188 and a Garbled. What's this one here? The heck is that? Sounds like it's getting stronger. What the heck is that? Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't recognize it as a language at all. What the heck? It's getting quieter, I think. Whoa. Whoa, what the heck? McCready? What the heck? Some sort of flying aircraft or something's crash landed.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, I was going to ask, have you got any idea what the heck this thing is?
What do you want? I'd kill for a drink. Come to think of it, I have.
Well,
All right.
okay, never mind. I was going to say, what the heck is this thing, but... I wonder if this garbled message is a distress signal from a... Can't seriously be an alien, surely. What the heck? Is it just me or is it? I suppose it's a Pip-Boy that's picking this up, isn't it? What the? I've got a horrible feeling there's an alien's crashed here. I mean, there's a cave over there. McCready. McCready, I think I've got an alien here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, 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 hey! I'm not here to kill you. Seriously, I'm just here to.
Now that's what I call a confirmed kill.
Oh crap. Wow, looks like somebody was here and I wonder if I tracked the radio. Wow, Struth. Okay. Well, that's gonna set a really good example.
Put some of that junk down.
I mean, this thing sets like a really good example, mate. You've killed an alien. I mean, I must admit it was hostile, like in all fairness, like, but you know, I wanted to try and see if we could reason with it. I mean, oh, that wasn't the plan. I think I've already got. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go into Diamond City. I'm gonna have to get more. I'm gonna have to get more fusion cores. But I was saying, I don't think you've set a good example for humanity here. I mean, you know, poor bloomin' alien comes here, manages to crash their ship. Next thing we know, it's gets shot and killed by McCready. Yeah, I get the impression they're gonna think the humanity is hostile. Oh, in fairness, it is like.
Well?
Doesn't matter, you can't carry anything more, can you? Dog meat? Come here, buddy. Can you carry anything more? Oh, phooey. Oh, this is not good. Okay, that'll time you over a bit. I think I'll drop some of this right. Okay, I think we need to drop some of this stuff off over at Wasteland Station there. I want to get into Diamond City to get some supplies. We need ammunition, but I want to head back. I want to head back and get some repairs done. And I think the next thing to do is to yeah, I think the next thing is going to be to sort you out. You've got a problem down here with those two gunners. We'll head over to Mast Pike. Yeah, you sure you're up for that? I mean, it's pretty probably pretty nasty. We're going up against the gunners, like, but yeah, let's get it out of the way.